Welcome to my basement, everybody! And Behr Safi, who's been killing it all E3 long with me for the press conferences.
I'm doing my best, Vic. This has been such a fun experience. You know, after yesterday's Bethesda conference, I was like, man, this has been so much fun.
Right?
And talking with you guys on chat. It's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you to each and every one of you guys. You guys have been so awesome. It really is a lot of fun just hearing everyone's thoughts on every press conference. And, you know, we've been doing a little review thing. I wore my uniform.
Look at this.
I did, because everyone was complaining yesterday that I was not wearing my EP uniform and I should be fired.
Plaid power, full effect.
This is job security right here.
Is
okay?
that what it is? Yeah, wear the uniform.
I'm good.
We do need some EP plaid shirts like that with a little EP logo on the side.
I mean, we have mugs and bags already.
Thank you, Ian.
Yeah, thank you to Ian. So why can't we do plaid shirts?
This is awesome. Let's say hello to some of the people in the chat. Cat Boston, Mindscan, Doe, Owen, Farrimer, Patrick Furtado, Kev Gret, Bad Blood. Good to see you, Sean Wax, The Last Disciple. You guys are all amazing to be here today. Andrew, Xerox 505, Mr. Brockorock, JBJ Blaze, and TFA. There's a lot of people in here. This is really good.
You guys are awesome. Is Harambe on chat? I gotta always ask if Harambe is on chat.
We need Spider-Man Harambe on chat. Geek 613, hello. Taz, this is awesome. Okay, so we've already gone through 15 press conferences. How many?
It's been three now.
Okay, three
so far. Three. Felt like a lot.
They've been long. Xbox, of course, was the biggie. EA and Bethesda. So it's interesting that we bounce between these mega publishers and the hardware manufacturers, and how many kinds of things they have to hit. Now, obviously, you can hear maybe some chatter in the background. We've got the pre-show from Ubisoft that's happening right now. This is also a big part of what is happening too, is that the game companies have become much more sophisticated in the way they put their video content together and their streaming sort of apparatus and stuff together. It's been interesting to see.
Getting a lot of developers on screen.
There's my buddy Zach Cooper, who works at a university, Toronto.
Vic, you just know everyone. Every time we see a press conference, Vic is like, I know that guy.
Of course.
I have history with that dude.
Yeah.
The list does not stop.
This guy is, he's great. He used to be in the radio business. He used to run a radio show.
People can't see them right now, so here so you guys can quickly see him right now.
He's in the pale blue shirt. Very smartly wore something bright to get noticed.
Okay.
But he is having the time of his life. I'm a Facebook friend of his, so I see his tweets of immense pride working at Ubisoft. But this is kind of his role. He's the Marissa Roberto of Ubisoft.
Okay. So the face of Ubisoft,
as
you like to call it?
Yeah, look, he's in there, exactly, the face of Ubisoft. He's in there interviewing developers and helping them get their stories out there. But it is interesting to see the emergence of the built-in storytelling that's happening with these publishers. You know, obviously, it's always like everything is perfect, everything is beautiful, everything is, you know, like the messaging is very policed, as we discovered in my discussion with Marissa the other day. There's just so many do's and don'ts on what people can talk about. But it is kind of cool, because sometimes you get you know, some nice reveals through all of this discussion, because like it or not, as much as all of these companies want to sort of control how all of the messaging goes out, guess what? They're people. And they say things, and secrets and surprises.
Vic will find a way in through his interviews. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's been a complaint with some people when it comes to interviews, is the talk of you know, PR trained developers, and everyone's being PR trained. But you know, what gives me hope is I actually see a lot of the interviews you come back with from E3, from every event that you fly to with Blake, and man, you get some good stuff. You know, and I feel like I've kind of figured out Vic's little flow of interviewing, and it's really good. I like how you start getting a little bit personal, kind of towards the end of it, and that always kind of opens up a side of them that no other interview gets.
Well, it's interesting because we started like that with EP, right? It was all like I was the cub reporter on the show, and I would go to all these companies and try to just get into their mindset and sort of learn about them, because it was all a big mystery to me and to our viewers. And as we kept growing and making more seasons, and then eventually went daily, we got a little more shorthand with that, and really just focused on what we needed for the segments. But then we reverted to online, and suddenly the idea of a 3-minute piece, we never were that tight with stuff. We always got a surplus, and we have all of this unbelievable content that is the extended cuts that we've never really been able to utilize. With lots of interesting people, but now when I do have time to interview these people, I have time.
That's a very great point, actually. That's one thing from when we were on TV to now, where we kind of are on YouTube, when we have this freedom to have these longer interviews. You really get a lot more. And now I'm really was thinking every time I cut them, I'm like, man, Vic has probably gotten so many amazing interviews, but we had to cut them into like 2 or 3 minute segments for TV.
We do.
Yeah, and, and
like the
people
first
have
time,
never seen some of the questions.
First time I met John Carmack, first time I met Richard Garriott, like legends, right? Sid Meier. Because I didn't know them, right? They were the people I was getting to know, and so I would go try to have like this long investigative dive into their personality and their psyche and their philosophies, and so we have a ton of that stuff, and I want to eventually get it to people, but it is something that is it's like we have 3 or 4 different sort of silos of our business right now, and it is a bit tricky trying to manage all of these different directions that we can go in. As you guys know, like everybody keeps bugging me to put every single season up, and that could be the only thing that we do, but I don't want to just do that.
We got to talk about the new stuff, but
you know what? This is actually, we're at sidetrack here for a sec. We'll still have 20 minutes to talk about everything. But the Xbox One, or the Xbox, can't call it the Xbox One now. Thank you, Xbox. The original Xbox games that are now available on Xbox One this fall, at least, really got me thinking, like, we definitely need to do some streaming of some of those classic... Right? Because we have the interviews that go right alongside, and we have the reviews that go right alongside.
We need to do Crimson Skies, for sure. I would love to see, because it's probably been, how long has it been since you put on Crimson Skies?
I actually played it on the 360, because I bought it again on the 360, probably last year. Actually.
Really?
Yeah,
wow,
just to check it out.
Vic's a real fan. I didn't know that you were that much of a fan.
And I played it online, and there were still people playing.
Really? Wow, the servers are up?
Yeah, there's still there were still people playing online.
You gotta commend Microsoft for that. A lot of games kind of shut down their servers, but we can talk about Vic's great interviewing skills and the Xbox backwards compatibility all day, but this is Ubisoft's kind of moment to shine here.
Wiping my
your beautiful
BB-8 mug.
Yeah, I mean,
leaking some water.
He's getting dirty. He's getting dirty. He's been in the
No, that's the paint job.
Oh, okay.
All right. I do wash it every once in a while.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So let's talk about Ubisoft here. I hope you guys are kind of excited for this presser. Ubisoft has so many great IPs. We have so much to talk about when it comes to Ubisoft.
Rainbow Six Siege. I see these guys sitting down here.
Yes,
right now.
Rainbow Six. Before this, there were some For Honor developers talking.
Right.
Let's start it off first with what we expect.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I don't know if it's been confirmed. I expect Aisha Taylor to be hosting it again.
I don't think she's there.
She's not there.
No, she's not there this
year. Is
year.
this the first year in like 5 years that she's not done it?
Yeah, and so that's going to be a big surprise. I'm looking forward to seeing who they put in there, because Aisha is amazing, and I think
is that confirmed?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure. I've read some tweets from friends and stuff that say that they're very disappointed that she's not going to be there.
She's great. She's a lovable person.
Yeah.
She was a little weird in the first and second, but it kind of grew on us.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I expect from the Ubisoft press conferences.
Yes.
So it's going to feel a little weird not having her there. I gotta admit.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
It was a little bit like, who is this Hollywood person, and was she going to be authentic, and does she really know her stuff? And then she proved to be exactly that.
Yes.
And but I don't think she's going to be there, so I think that'll be our first surprise.
Assassin's Creed Origins, we're definitely going to hear about that. This has been one of the big games. That's right. Let's give it a little clap.
I am fired up for this game.
Yeah.
I mean, that break away from the game. This is the game that's going to rub out all of my real hate for the movie and Michael Fassbender right now.
Yeah, that was a rough screening for all of us. Yeah,
that was so
bad.
There
was a row of us just like kind of melting on the couch and
dumbfounded.
Yeah.
So all of that will be forgotten. Yeah. I actually really liked Syndicate. I really liked what they did. I just wish that
they've had some good games.
Unity didn't happen.
Black Flag was great.
And I honestly, I hope that this. I've said this before, but I hope this is the beginning of Assassin's Creed every 2, maybe 3 years.
Yeah,
let's have some breath in between these things.
Absolutely.
It would be awesome for the business and for all the developers that work on this franchise. And honestly, and it's cool if they make historical games over there. I've said this before too. Like, we didn't need Black Flag to be an Assassin's Creed game. It could have just been a pirate game, right? And we would have loved that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, we're getting
we're getting
a
some.
screen
This
of,
is a famous little For Honor video for you guys to see. I'm sorry, that just caught our eye. But that's just the Ubisoft pre-show. I think they're just celebrating
the YouTube streamers, though.
This-
Right?
yeah.
The compilation of all the people that are in the community.
Yeah.
That's the big theme this year.
For Honor could have been so successful. I'll get to my rant on that later on.
We're going to see more of that, though. I think we're going
Yeah.
to see more For Honor. We're going to see a lot more Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's sold
Yes,
really well.
I have that on my list. We're definitely going to see some form of DLC for them. There might not be a lot of focus on it.
Yeah.
Might not be a gameplay demo, but we'll definitely see a trailer for DLC for Wildlands and For Honor.
Maybe
without a
even
doubt.
Watch Dogs 2. Maybe even more on Watch
Yeah,
Dogs 2. Because
maybe,
it was a
yeah.
solid game.
It was, absolutely,
And
yeah.
it deserved, a bigger... It's not amazing. It's not Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
It's not a
It would have been a
killer,
good
but-
kind of mid-year release instead of a fall release.
Yep.
I think
so
it
they
was
may
also
try to repackage it, do the game of the year. I don't think it's game of the year, but
Yeah, Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, the ultimate edition of some kind.
Yeah.
But I expect we're going to see more. I mean, because that's one of the strategies that Ubisoft has right now is to kind of be ever present. That's what Rainbow Six Siege is teaching them,
Yep.
is to not necessarily make sequels right away. I think the business in general is starting to recognize
Yeah,
that.
I
they
want to
can
talk
keep them
about that a
locked in.
little bit more because I know everyone's been talking about how this is Ubisoft's new model because they saw the success of Siege after it kind of didn't do well at launch.
Yeah.
But it got a huge audience as the updates came. But I'm starting to think that that was kind of the sole game that is really going to succeed like that because, I mean, For Honor had a fantastic and a huge player base in the first month. The game
Right.
sold very well. I think it shipped like 2 million units.
Wow.
Which is quite great for a new IP. It might have been even more than that.
Yeah.
But they took so long to give it support, and of course they did make it better. There's still no dedicated servers, but it was just too late.
Yeah.
It was just too late. At that point, people were moving on to other things. They were responding a little late, and that was kind of a sad story for one of Ubisoft's IPs, because I think For Honor was terrific. I think it was a great idea that's never been done before.
Yeah.
And you got to commend Ubisoft for even attempting to make a game like that.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I've played it a little bit, but
Yeah.
we got slammed right around that time. That was
Yes,
the
yeah.
Switch launch, and
Yeah.
I was traveling to go and see that and play the new games, and then Zelda came out, and Horizon Zero Dawn came out, and all kinds of stuff came out that sort of, captivated my attention. And then when I went back to play For Honor, I was playing just sort of the single player to get sort of familiarized with, and I dug it, but it didn't blow me away enough that I got so sucked in that I stayed with it. I actually found that the loops on Ghost Recon Wildlands, even though they ultimately became kind of tiresome that I was doing the same stuff, but there was an addictive quality to Ghost Recon that kept me going there.
Yeah. Big shout out to all you guys on stream. We see you, Adrian. Hello, thank you for joining us, and all you guys on chat.
Yes, and we actually had somebody that said, The Last Disciple, a great announcement would be for No More Uplay. That would be
That'd be Vic's favorite announcement of all of E3. I have seen Vic rage at Uplay before streams because we've been trying to get online. I don't blame him. It's kind of a
it's
crazy
ridiculous.
service.
I probably have 9 Uplay accounts because I keep having to restart with new ones and forget passwords, and it's like,
Okay, we're approaching the 10-minute mark. Let's continue on.
Okay.
We're probably going to see some Far Cry 5 for sure.
Yes.
They've announced it about 2 weeks ago now. I think it's been a couple of weeks.
It's a shocking idea, and
it's an idea I know you're still on the fence about.
Well, I just feel like it's a tinderbox idea.
Yeah.
Like there is a lot to be shocked about by Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
I'm certain you can make entertainment around stuff like this, and certainly there'll be television programming around things like this.
Yeah. You think that's what they're going for? They're going for this kind of
Well,
gimmick
it's like a
and...
Breaking Bad kind of, look at a reality that exists. Breaking Bad was nothing. If nothing else, it was a commentary on the unbelievable costs of the sort of medical industry in America, and sort of dealing with a teacher that just couldn't afford to take care of himself, so he thought of how he's going to be able to pay for his cancer treatment. And it started like that, and I feel like Far Cry 5 is not like that, but it's tapping into
like those kinds of
sort of real political
topics, and themes,
terror, and very, very political, very much about the way that a lot of people feel right now, and it's just every one of the Far Cry games has dealt with very sensitive topics and subjects and issues,
Sure,
but they've all been much more exotic and about places that North Americans don't really see or think about as much in their day-to-day lives. This is, setting it in Montana is a big
move, yeah. But don't you think it's a good thing? Like, let people see the consequences and see these things instead of just thinking about a place that's out there in the world that,
I do, and I applaud it, but if it trivializes what's really happening, and it dumbs it down to it just being a loop of you can control a rabid dog and go in and bite people in the ass, and you can just shoot everybody all the way.
I hope they don't take it to that just crazy, insane level just for the hell of it, right?
And everybody's a redneck, and I want there to be, as much as it's about a sensitive topic and about the idea that these people feel marginalized and forgotten, and they're preparing for they're basically preppers that are part of a cult that are gonna be armed to the teeth and deal with whatever's conflict is going to come their way and fight the U.S. Government if needed. It's sensitive stuff, so I want there to be a bit of sensitivity in the way that they tell the story. If it just evolves into just crazy cartoony gun battles.
I see where you're coming from.
I feel like that's kind of a missed opportunity, because as much as Breaking Bad became sort of like a noir comic, pulp.
You could kind of compare this to like Mafia 3, of how I think you enjoyed how it kind of played on those themes, but it did it in an elegant way.
They did it with a sense of maturity.
Exactly.
That's a great point. That's a great connection right there.
So that's, I think, is what you're looking for.
Yes.
Let's continue on with here. So that's Far Cry 5, where we're definitely going to see some gameplay.
Also, the Assassin's Creed games, I think, do a pretty good job with that as well. They get a little convoluted, but they, I think, honor the source and the subject matter and the history in some really elegant ways.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with Egypt and how they really respect that kind of culture. And right?
Like they do operate with a sense of sinking us into a culture that we may not be familiar with, and Far Cry can as well.
I think so too.
They have always been a little bit comical, a little bit zany, and I don't know if zany is what Montana really needs right now.
I know what you just don't want them to make a joke of the situation.
But maybe too it will be an effective way to get the conversation going around how people are feeling right now.
After Far Cry?
Very, very weird time right now in the world.
Of course.
After Far Cry.
We got South Park Fractured Butthole. I can't say that.
Say that again.
Fractured
what was that?
Butthole.
Yes. Okay.
Of course, the game that got delayed, sadly. I think a little bit longer. And, we're definitely going to see something on that. Probably see Trey Park. And
we're definitely going to see release date.
Yes.
Today.
Yes. I totally agree with you on that. And I'm wondering if they're going to go for fall this year, which is already kind of packed.
I think they will.
Yeah? You think they're going to go for it?
It might even be late summer. It might be.
I think September would be a good time. September would be a great time for them. After that, there was a leak for The Crew 2, which I don't know if has been confirmed yet.
Right.
Which is very surprising, because the original Crew, didn't sell very well. Wasn't the hottest game in the market, and I think Ubisoft is trying to maybe take another risk with it and kind of believes in this IP.
And I think that they probably have seen that other racing franchises, if they stick with it, they start to kind of carve out an audience, and they keep growing and growing. And
it's a competitive market too. And we were talking about Forza and how much they're teaching Need for Speed, and they're teaching Gran Turismo now because of the Horizon series and their main series.
Yes.
It's absolutely crazy. So
okay, we've got more. We're still looking at the pre-roll. We're just sort of keeping an eye on the conference starting over here.
We'll let you guys know if there's anything super important being shown.
Division 2 might be teased.
Man, Division was... I hated Division.
Did you?
I hated Division.
Did you right from the beginning?
After I gave it a real chance. I played for a solid 8 to 10 hours.
Because I really liked it. I thought it was a great game.
Man.
Because I enjoyed the escape, I played it pretty much on my own, and I joined up with people on some missions and things like that. I had a really good time.
I liked the gear system. I liked the loot system. I thought that was really fun. But you and I talk a lot about dark games and games that are just kind of these non-saturated colors, and it just kind of gets to you after a while. And above everything, the gameplay was just not fun.
I liked it
because it was. It just felt like a worse Gears of War to me.
I liked the loops in that more than I liked the loops in Ghost Recon. Even though Ghost Recon goes much bigger and you can fly everything. And I just got tired of just jumping into a chopper, go to this place and take out this installation, do that over again. And I know that you're basically walking and traversing and going through things, but I like the fiction and the sort of in the future kind of devastation that we saw in the Division. I
compared Division a lot to Destiny actually because of the loot system and all that. And Division got the loot system right, while Destiny got the gameplay right, in my opinion. The gameplay in Destiny was fantastic.
Well, that was butter with the
it felt so fluid, but they were just both games that they could have learned off each other. But Division was just. I think there's a reason why the player base died after the first month.
I really connected with the Division. I know that there are a lot of people that didn't like the end game state and all the other stuff.
But the end game state was awful.
They had a ton of content to get to that, though.
Yeah,
there is a lot of New York to explore.
For trying it.
Beautiful and like outfitting your HQ and going out on all these different side missions and a lot of stuff that we're doing in lots of other games. But I thought there was an elegance to the way that was made and a good starting point for Massive as well. Like we could see if they lift from there and build us a better, tighter sequel, just like. Looks like Destiny 2 is going to be.
Yeah,
I'd be in for Division 2.
It is. I mean, there's going to be a lot. That's a space right now that's going to be very competitive. With Anthem, I think is going to join the Destiny war. I mean, obviously Destiny 2 is coming out, and Division is one of the games that I think generally I could say that didn't very sit well with a lot of gamers. Most gamers just kind of didn't look at that as a very successful game, although it sold very well because it had a lot of hype to it and the idea was fantastic, but we'll talk about it.
I think that there were probably a lot of happy customers of the Division, but the ones that weren't are very vocal on the internet. But I think that if you are just playing that game, and I've put in 20 hours into the Division, I've enjoyed that game. I get sucked right into that thing. I don't get sucked right into Ghost Recon. I do, but then I just feel like I'm just in this numb state,
Oh yeah, I understand. There's a lot of kind of open, empty areas. I get where you're coming from. We got 4 minutes until the conference, guys. We got a lot to talk about. We'll go through these kind of quick. We're probably going to see Just Dance 2017. Let's admit it. Vic's going to start that.
Wouldn't they do 2018?
I thought they'd do it for the year.
I don't know.
So Vic's going to start dancing, pull out his Batman underwear. The big game, I think the most exciting game, which I think we're all looking forward to, is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
The RPG?
The RPG that was leaked.
Yes.
Which, some people might argue that maybe they'll wait until the Nintendo conference, but I think they're going to show it here. This would be a huge...
Is this the big game?
I think this is huge.
It's a pretty big deal.
It's pretty big
for Nintendo to put their top tier with the Rabbids.
And this list kind of keeps going on. It just shows how many great IPs Ubisoft owns. There's so much to talk about. Ghost Recon Wildlands.
I like the Rabbids games. I can't say that I love them, but I can't say that I am as excited about new Rabbids as I am ever that there's Mario in anything. I can't. But maybe this will be a perfect marriage. We'll see.
Well, who knows? I think it's cool that they're trying it out. We already mentioned Wildlands and For Honor DLC probably will be a little trailer. And maybe a new tease for a Tom Clancy game of what you mentioned. Anything Tom Clancy, maybe a Division 2, Wildlands 2, who knows?
I think it'll be a Rainbow Six.
Maybe a Rainbow Six? I think it's time for a Rainbow Six.
Yeah, they'll probably lift on the... they'll tease it. It'll be a 2018 release, I think. Picking up on what the Siege laid down. A lot of 4K talk is going to be happening right here.
Vic's favorite. Let's quickly talk about. So those are the things that we're.
Rayman would be great, and Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yes, that's what I was just about to get to. Things we hope to see. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Hey,
fingers crossed.
There's room for Prince of Persia. Vic's favorite game, Zombie U, might come back.
I like Zombie U. That was good. What, do you not remember Zombie U?
Zombie U was not cool.
It was super cool on the Wii U. It was great. That was a great launch game.
All right, Zombie U coming back. No, 2018.
It sure won't come back. But that was a cool
and there's
game.
A reason for that, Vic. We want to see some new IPs. They did do Star Trek Bridge Crew. So let's see if they're going to do anything else with the Star Trek IP. That they
tried a lot of VR stuff. They tried the Eagle Flight game, which was pretty cool.
And I played Star Trek VR yesterday.
It's cool.
At your place for about an hour and a half, and it was cool. It was really awesome. Like just looking at the outside space view was like holy.
I streamed some Farpoint, and people want me to stream more VR content, so we are definitely going to be doing that. We know that not everybody has one of these things yet, but there is a lot to be excited about and a lot to be curious for in the VR space, and we'll respond to that. Now, hopefully Ubi hasn't given up, because I know some of those things have not sold as well as they have wanted. But VR's just at the beginning, even though it's been around and it's been reborn many times. It's a really cool way to kind of disappear into your game.
Of course. Oh yeah, you just totally get pulled into it.
A game Alex Wright's asking if this is Bane Venom. No, it's not Bane Venom. Pure whiskey.
A game that got teased in last E3, oh no, it wasn't like, it was a Nintendo Direct conference when they unveiled the Switch, was No More Heroes 3 that has always been published by Ubisoft.
Right, I don't think they're doing that though.
Are they not? Did they cancel it?
I don't
They're probably not going to show it here.
Is going to publish it. Though.
Okay, so it might be Nintendo now.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, well, might be a small chance.
Ryan Govier, speaking for about 15 million people, says, I love The Division, man. You're wrong, Bear. You're wrong.
No,
I love The Division. Aiden Gorin, I love The Division. Division was hyped like crazy. Leaf Fan B, I think he's siding with you.
Yes, thank you.
I think there are lots of fans for The Division.
There are fans. There are fans. I'm not denying that.
Trend sells very well. Then a month later, 50% player base leaves.
Very true, and that's because of their support, their lack of dedicated servers, so long to release patches. For Honor, I'm telling you, I always say this is one of the best things they've had, and they just totally screwed it up. You know, it's so disheartening for me to see.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. I would also like to see a 2D Rayman game. I've always loved the Rayman games.
Absolutely.
Those games are so
a Rayman collection for the Switch would be killer.
Oh my god,
right?
Yes,
okay,
that would be
I just
fantastic.
made you super happy.
All right,
let's turn this on.
Let's go, guys.
Come on,
this is
Ubisoft.
the start of it.
Knock our socks off.
Let's have fun here.
Okay.
Some Ubisoft hype. Give us dedicated servers or something.
So
Ubisoft.
happy to see all of you folks here with us. You all rock.
You guys are the best.
I'm going to turn this up just a bit so we can hear just a little more, okay?
Whitney, you can come sit here if you want. Oh, they're probably unplugged. Yeah. It's okay.
You guys look good.
Oh, thank you. Okay, Rabbids.
Oh,
in
they're
the
starting
house
with it.
Mario.
They're starting it with this.
There we go.
That's a good way to start it.
Let us know if you can hear us okay and you can hear the conference okay. We try to find that balance for you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it up for you guys a little bit more.
Okay. Is that too loud? Is that okay? Mindscan says turn it up a little bit. Figures a rabbit, the first thing we see. Last Disciple.
Got you. It's up right now.
All right, cool. All right, they got us.
This is great.
That's funny.
This is a huge partnership.
Yves Guillemot. I love this guy.
Yeah, great.
He's really nice.
Hello,
He's
everyone.
a really cool guy.
And thank you. We've always wondered what could happen if our crazy rabbits were unleashed upon the world of Mario.
To me, when I see Despicable Me, when I see the Minions, I feel like they ripped off the rabbits.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Definitely was probably some
To
inspiration
talk
there.
about this unexpected encounter, it is my great honor to welcome a very special guest, someone I truly
Thank you, Timberwolf.
admire.
Good to see
Miyamoto,
you.
is he bringing up Miyamoto?
Oh,
yeah!
That's a big deal. Holy
That's
mackerel.
awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, Shigeru looks amazing.
That was a prediction because I mean, if they were announcing this, they had to bring Miyamoto on stage.
This is crazy. That's a big start to a press conference
This is
right there.
huge, yeah,
That's
this is awesome.
fantastic. I think this is a great show of support from Nintendo back to Ubi because Ubi is always one of the first partners with whatever crazy invention they
do,
put out
yeah.
there, you know?
This is awesome,
Yeah.
man. This is so great.
Yeah.
Look at that cannon. What is that?
You're so
Kingdom
happy to have you
Battle.
today. So what have you brought with you?
well.
What did you bring?
This,
Don't shoot Eve.
lives, they're pretty good.
And there's
One
Bill
of the
Trinan.
weapon from this game.
Wow. Cool, I'm sure you love it.
I brought one for you.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Wow.
Wow. What's going on?
Shigeru will always look like a little kid, man. He's such a youthful dude.
Okay, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I like this.
This is what an image. That's awesome.
That's gonna be the
super
that's
cool.
gonna be the thumbnail for every YouTube video. That's gonna be
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. I was already thinking that'd be a great Facebook wall right there. That's great. Congratulations, Nintendo and
These are a little
Ubisoft.
bit
That is
different
very
from the weapons
charming.
You see in Ghost Recon.
But let's see the game.
可愛いでしょ
Yeah, very different weapons for very different worlds. This one is, I
rabbits
think,
in the
very
back
effective
with the
in
Yoshi
world of
little
Mario
outfit.
and Rabbids.
Shigeru and Yves
So,
Guillemot, like two of the
should do well.
cutest men in video games, right? Right? Like they could
You're
be
up
video
there
game
too,
characters.
Vic. You're up there too,
Aw,
okay?
Thanks, bud. I was entering dangerous territory by saying that. I just showed the hip hop gamer in there. That guy's awesome.
I'm so proud of Ubisoft's long-standing collaboration with Nintendo.
Oh,
You know,
Fahad
from
Mohammed,
the DS
you're
to
very
the
sweet.
Wii,
Thank you.
And more recently for the impressive launch of the Switch. You know, it has always been. We have
Yes,
always been
congrats on the
inspired by
launch of the
Nintendo
Switch.
and by
Very good thing
all
for
great
Nintendo
work
and the
they've been
games
able to
business.
do.
そうですね本当にいつも UBI さんにはね協力いただいてありがとうございます
Yes, thank you very much for all the work that we've been able to do together over the years with Ubisoft.
もう
This is
ほら
great.
出会ってから25
Creative
年ぐらい
fellow.
経つんですよね
I mean,
That's his
Yves, it's
title.
already been about 25 years
That's
since
amazing.
you and I first met.
And it's,
De-
you know, it kind of melts my heart to see Miyamoto on stage again.
Yeah.
Because they haven't been doing press conferences.
That's right.
So it's always
Very
been
good
direct.
point,
And this is
yes.
the first time we see him on stage in
You
so
are
many
right,
years.
And look at how much
Yeah.
we need them.
I
You
know.
are so right,
That's
man.
why I'm so excited right now. I'm so like my heart is beating with
I mean,
excitement.
They do the treehouse, videos and stuff, but this is what we need them in front of an
Yes.
audience like this
So
that
over
really
the years,
loves
I've
them.
always
You know,
felt
This is
we can
absolutely
feel it, right?
that
This is
Ubisoft
terrific.
developers have
It's
for
really cool.
Nintendo
It's
and
so
its
good for the
characters.
business.
それは一方でね僕は同じ開発者としてライバルですからこう戦う姿勢で頑張ってきたんですけど
But on the other hand, because we're both software developers, we've also looked at each other as kind of rivals and tried to see who could make the best software.
けどまあイブさんからラビッツの人形をもらったりいろいろして僕の席の前にもラビッツがいっぱいあるんですけどもそういうラビッツのヒューモアをすごく理解して
You're
ます
right, Paul.
But of
I've
course,
got the
I've known
goosebumps
the
watching
Rabbids
this.
characters
Yeah,
This is
for
this
like
is
many
a,
great.
years, and
This
I
is
have
a
many
moment,
Rabbids
guys. This
figures,
is some history
decorating
being
my
made right
desk.
here.
And so I've always been a fan of the characters and their humor.
だから今回の話があった時に
Peach Rabbit.
ラビッツが
Oh
ど
my
んな
God.
ユーモアをこうゲームの中で
It's so
見せてる
good.
かすごい楽しみにしてたんですね
So since this project first started, I've been very excited to see what kind of humor the Rabbids could bring to the Mario world.
でただダビデさんに会った時にね
This will be out
ダビ
in
デさんに一つだけお
2020.
願いしたんです
So
Whenever
when I
it's
met
done.
Davide-san, who is the creative director of this game,
oh, he's crying. Oh,
Big moment.
it is a
man.
big moment, man. He should appreciate. That's
This is
freaking amazing.
This is right.
Oh my God.
Human beings make video games.
He's making me tear up
This
now.
is so good.
Oh,
Look at how emotional he is. That's amazing.
Oh,
マリオで
man.
今まで作ったことのないジャンルのゲームを作ってほしいとお願いしました
I said, whatever you do, don't try to make a jump game or a Mario platformer. Try to make a Mario game that has never been made before.
Yes.
よかったですね
So what I've heard about
It's
Miyamoto
great.
is that he's not
And I
afraid to
can
just
tell you, it was
scrub
an
everything and get
exciting,
people to start
very,
again, but he
exciting
does it in a
challenge
very
for all our team.
gentle
And I think
way.
Yeah.
You
we've
know,
done something
just
you will love.
in a
So,
as a
thank you very much
proposition
for
back to the
giving us the
development
chance
team.
to
Nobody
perform
wants to
on
make
this
them
game.
unhappy, so
Yeah.
they're ready
Yeah.
to just start all over.
Oh,
ヨーロッ
man.
パで作るとこんなものがで
Please
きる
don't
の
show
か
that
とかね
developer again. That was really hard on me. Yeah.
皆さんやっぱりアクション
I
ゲ
mean,
ー
he
ム
should be
を
proud,
ちゃんと
but
作ってる会社なんで、こう単性のストラテジーゲーム
I've
とい
had
うもの
people
のちゃんとこう
Start
テンポ
crying
の
when
い
they've
い
been talking
ゲー
about
ムが
their
出来上
work
がりました
with me when I've done
So of course,
interviews.
because
Yeah,
the game
it's
is
what you
being
want to
made
see,
in
right?
Europe,
Like,
it has
Well,
a
for
very
him to
unique
see this
flavor
on
to it.
stage,
And of
you
course,
know,
Ubisoft is very
probably
good
grew
at
up
making
with
action
Mario.
games, but this game in particular has a great layer of strategy and tactics to it, but with a very good pace.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fresh, actually. So now let's welcome Xavier, you know, the producer of the game, and he will show us the game. So
Xavier
thanks
has
again.
been there forever. He's worked with
Thanks
Michel
again,
Ancel,
yeah.
and out of the Paris studio, he's worked on tons of games. It's the same Xavier. Oh no, it's a different guy.
Finally, we can talk about this project. So we've been working on this game for more than 3 years now, and
Whoa,
today,
3
on this
years.
stage, it's just super exciting. So, what is this game exactly? So Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is a tactical adventure exclusive for the Nintendo Switch, and let's check right
Tactical
away some
adventure.
gameplay.
So, Fire Emblem. Final
Whoa, they have
Fantasy
gameplay?
Tactics? Yeah, of course. They
Wow.
wouldn't bring all these people out here to not show us.
So the Rabbids have been teleported into the Mushroom Kingdom, and it made the world completely unstable and chaotic. So Mario, as a true hero, wants to save the day, but this time with some new friends.
This is what Nintendo has needed to do.
Yes.
Right? To bring their characters to other things and to work with partners. To make more games that we are freaking excited for.
And at first, they don't really know each other, but in the end, they will form this dream team. Potentially.
I'm very happy,
the
Delta
Mushroom
Bonjour. This is really cool. Now, how crazy is it that we'll be able to walk around with a game that looks this good and play it anywhere?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And we're seeing this on a full screen too.
Yeah.
Most of the time people will be handheld, yeah.
Yeah.
And as the game is a turn-based tactical adventure game, combat is a really big part of the concept.
I really
so
want them to
fight
make Color
wave
Splash
after
for the
wave of
Switch. That
rabbit
was an
that somehow
awesome
turn
game.
Bad. And what we see here is just the very beginning of the game, so it will be perfect to talk about the combat basics. So the two flags you see on the screen here is to tell you this is a battlefield zone. So you'll switch from exploration mode to battle mode.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
The blue zone is your
Slash
zone of
Fire
movement, so
Emblem.
you move anywhere you want in that zone.
The rabbits.
But you can
Nuts.
also use battlefield ingredients
This
such
is so
as cover
Oh, wow,
for
man.
protection. So Rabbit Luigi here using half cover or full cover. And we also have
I bet you the
what we
Fire
call
Emblem
Team
folks are
Jump.
not happy about this game.
So by jumping
All the
with
developers that
teammates,
are working on Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
So here Rabbit Peach
Because
using
there's a
Mario.
Switch Fire Emblem
Oh
next
wow.
He's able
That's
to
so
flank
cool.
the
You just
enemy.
use Mario as a boost.
Yeah.
So you can also attack the
This
enemy
looks so
behind that
damn
cover
good.
And expose them by destroying that cover. Which
XCOM
is really
Mario, yeah,
interesting
Joy
to
Owen, you
strategy
got it
because,
right,
for
man.
next turns,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
will be
that's a
open
great
for,
point.
Attacks. And last but not least,
I
techniques.
wonder if Intelligent
So from
Systems had
defensive
anything to do
ones,
with this at all.
like Rabbit Peach shield boost, or offensive ones like Mario's Hero Sight. He's
Oh
able
man,
to
this is
attack
going
the
to be
enemy
such
even
a
if it's
cool
not his
game to
turn,
be able to play
as soon as the enemy moves.
handheld and then go back home and play
Yeah.
some and then carry it with you.
Oh my god.
So this is a very
Panties are
core
off,
aspect
absolutely
of the
passion
game
for
itself.
gaming.
So you
This
mix
is
and
one of the
match.
best things I've seen. He's gonna go nuts again.
We also have, other ingredients such as
Looks great.
pipes,
Whatever you do,
rabbit
just
pipes.
don't show us that developer who's
Those
tearing up
to,
again. No more cuts to him.
To
All right.
find the enemy. So here, for example,
Those-
Rabbit Luigi goes into the pipe. Out of the pipe, dash the enemy, goes for Mario, team jump, land behind the enemy in one single movement sequence, and then finish off the enemy.
Wow. Just the camera angles that it just
And what do we
punches up
see,
looks great.
Here is actually explosive cover. So those have many type of super effects.
Not
This
a
one
bad
was push
beginning.
effect.
You are
So you
right,
can push
Toro.
Heroes or enemies out of
The
the
rabbit
cover.
that
It's out this
speech.
year,
Again,
absolutely,
this is
Alex,
just a
right.
glimpse into the basics of
It's
the
out
game.
this year.
As you
This
progress
is one of the
into
holiday
game, You
releases.
have more tactic tools. You'll be able to do more
Not get
combo
over that.
setups. You'll be able to use different type of heroes, different type of weapons
Fantastic.
in order
Wow.
to battle your way through.
Talk
the
about
kingdom.
putting the Rabbids on a world stage too, right?
Yes, yeah, this is huge for the Rabbids
This-
series. It was a big franchise. It's got a lot of games, and really kind of got the young market.
Yeah.
But
This-
this is big.
This
Like,
is way bigger. I mean, Nintendo needs partners, and hopefully they're going to be announcing more things like
Yeah.
this. And Ubi was a great choice to do something like this with because they've been so loyal to them.
And you gotta imagine this partnership has also really grown since the Wii era, where
Yeah.
a lot of Rabbids games were successful
Right.
on the Wii.
Well, they
and it was
had-
one of the few games because we had a very low software attach rate.
Well, you
The
remember
Rabbid-
the Red Steel?
Red Steel,
Yeah,
yeah.
we were in Paris doing a story on that game.
That's right. Jason
well
Vandenberg
before-
worked on that.
Yeah, well before it came out, and it was one of the first Wii games to be
Thank
kind
you.
of revealed to anybody,
Yeah.
and
And
it was
that's-
a big deal,
that's
right?
just,
They
a
sold,
glimpse into the
fully
game
got
itself,
behind
but,
Behind it, yeah.
the
First
Nintendo Wii.
Red
and
Steel is why
foremost,
For Honor
this is a
exists.
project
Right.
done with
Yeah.
passion, with our hearts. So it would not exist otherwise. So we just can't wait for
Tommy
you guys
Z,
to
strange
try the
comment.
game at E3
Those
this
the
week.
figures,
For those who
amiibos.
are not at E3,
Oh, that's great.
You'll see online coverage, videos, and surprises. So Have a great conference. Have a great E3. Thank you.
So they're gonna
Assassin's Creed next.
So they're gonna announce the release date tomorrow. Is that what's happening with Nintendo?
Maybe.
Right.
They're probably gonna show it again. Oh,
Okay.
a trailer.
Who isn't a Fire Emblem fan, right, Philip? If you're not playing Fire Emblem, you're missing out on some amazing games. Mr. Caffeine is probably freaking out backstage. Mr. Caffeine is transformed into Mr. Cocaine. He's... I don't know what a cocaine guy acts like.
The rabbit they show the most is this peach rabbit. It's so terrible.
What is this music with a Mario game?
I know,
What?
going
What is
nuts
happening?
with it. That's some leftover soundtracks from the Ghost Recon games that they wanted to use, you know?
That is hilarious. Is that an AC/DC?
I think so. It sounds like it. It's like Aerosmith or AC/DC.
Unbelievable.
I can't hear as well right now.
Yeah.
Hello, Decoy.
This is all strange. But looks cool. Butt Rock Mario from Samian 111. Super Mario Metal.
Oh, there's Peach.
Yep.
They probably have outfits for like other Nintendo characters too. I wouldn't be surprised if they added down the line. This is that Avengers shot right there. That was
Cosplayers, get ready to dress up as your favorite rabbit / Gorky Mario costume. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is great. Very, very good.
We got a Where's Tommy from Grayskull. I think that's the first one in all the streams. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
Tommy's right here.
Yeah.
There he is. Hey, buddy.
That was what a way to start a conference.
That was
good.
cool, man.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
You like it, Whitney?
A lot of smiles on faces.
cool.
Bear's girlfriend Whitney is watching our stream today. She's our live studio audience.
That's right. August 29th.
August 29th. There it is.
Hi.
That's soon.
Yeah,
Very soon.
it's ready. 3
Game
years.
Director for Assassin's Creed Origins.
This guy's awesome.
I've waited a long
Can't believe
time
they
to say
kept
that.
it hidden for so long.
This guy was on Black Flag, and he made an awesome game. I like him.
Almost 10 years ago, I, as many of you, fell in love with a game. That game took us to the Third Crusade. And we fell in love again when it took us to the Italian
Oh,
Renaissance.
Pimp Logic, come on. Egypt
Over
is
the
an
years,
excellent
this
setting
amazing
for
series has
an
taken us
Assassin's Creed game. I
to
can't
America.
wait for
I
this.
think we've done so much now. Egypt's a huge change,
and, of course,
and that's what we need.
the Republic of
Matthew
Pirates.
Pilla wants a Splinter Cell game. I'm
For
for
the
that.
10-year
Yeah. That'd
be
anniversary
great.
of
Oh,
Assassin's
what
Creed,
was that little?
for our fans,
You see that?
for
Was it
ourselves,
a transition?
and for
from
all
Yeah,
the
Did they
others,
screw up?
I don't know if
We
it's
wanted
screwed
to go
up. I
back
think it's on purpose, but it's
very
really
far back to
interesting.
show how it all began. Since Black Flag,
Very
over the
slickly
last 3.5
produced presentation
years,
so far.
It is
we
like
have poured our
kind of.
energy,
Almost as good as
talent,
our live stream,
passion,
right?
Oh,
Like,
almost.
we
almost.
spent
Not quite there yet.
half a year
Pharaohs and
putting
mummies
up
to
all of
life,
these action
to
figures
bring
behind us,
ancient Egypt
especially for
to
you.
life. Now Egypt challenged us. It fundamentally challenged us to reinvent what it means to be Assassin's Creed.
Cool.
And over the next few days, you will see, play, and feel this reinvented experience.
Nice.
I am deeply honored and proud to be here representing the amazing work of a phenomenal team. And thrilled to finally be able to show you this beast we have been building. Without further ado, here is a taste of Egypt.
Dude, it was great.
Yes.
That was just genuine and to the point, and very good job.
Vix presenter reviews, guys.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a new segment on EPN.
He was great.
So 4K. I mean, obviously we can't see the 4K, but
Please nail the story, Kevgret says. Yes, I want it to be concise.
yeah.
I want it to make sense. I I want it to be fun. I want to care about the characters.
And honestly, I want it to wrap up too. I don't want them to do a Brotherhood and Revelations.
Yeah.
And I just want a nice, solid single package experience.
We got a Cat Boston question about whatever happened to Zoe Flower. She is in the games industry. She works at Hellbent Games, and she's a designer and a writer. And I'll probably run into her at E3. If I see her at E3, I'll definitely try to get her on in front of the camera. And I'd like to have her come into the basement for a catch-up interview, particularly because once we get to 30,000 subscribers on the channel, we're going to start to release a lot of Season 3 content, and that's when Zoe really became a big part of EP.
Man,
this looks fantastic.
Great, riding camels and horses and...
Were you able to jump on the hippo too?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of wildlife about the
hippos are incredibly
strong
and dangerous.
Yeah,
they
you
are
don't
merciless killers.
That's one of the last animals I would want to approach.
Thank you. As an extra treat, let's check in with home base, where we're going to get a glimpse of what you'll see right after the UB conference.
Hey there, folks. Chris Waters here at the home base with Hanny Duong and Carl Luet, producer on Assassin's Creed Origins at Ubisoft Singapore. Carl's here to give us a look at the gameplay of the game. We're going to be entering the open world. We've got a ton more to show you, but Carl, kick it off.
Awesome.
A little taste here.
Yeah, so here we are in the open world of Egypt. This is the demo that we will be showing on the show floor here at E3. Bayek is riding into the Fayum, one of the regions in Egypt.
It's a cool little setup right there.
It's a beautiful area. We see
we've
come in from the desert, moving towards
one
this
little monitor.
lake.
I mean,
let's have a little exploration around here using our Eagle scenery.
It's sunny on the lake, and it's
they're not going
sunny
to get
on the
any
monitor here,
game
folks,
capture
looks
footage. It's going to
really
shoot
good.
the
It's
monitor.
running on Xbox One X.
It's interesting.
So
I've never seen this before.
After the show, we've got 30 minutes of that coming up, but let's see if we can see from a bird's eye view what Seinu is up to.
Yeah, so Seinu is looking into this military camp and tagging a few enemies here. After the show, we will infiltrate.
Yeah, I don't know if they've done full screen.
I've never seen this on like a little monitor zoomed in with you can see a little bit of dust on it. And some lens flares.
Chris and I and Carl here will be right here. Ash will be joining us as well. You won't want to miss it.
That 30 minutes live gameplay feed is coming up after the show, but for now, it's back to the stage.
That was
and
cool.
On with the excitement.
So 30-minute live gameplay feed after the show.
Okay.
And there'll be a playable demo for you guys when you go.
Ash is very cool.
So,
good
don't
dude.
forget that you can watch this demo in its
He's
entirety
very humble. I
after the
remember him
conference,
demoing
from our home base.
Black
And
Flag
those
for
of
me
you
and
here
showing me
at
the
E3,
game and
please
just
come to the
talking
Ubisoft
about
booth,
how proud
where
he
you can
was
live
of his
this new
group and
experience of
how
Assassin's
hard
Creed.
they'd been working
Thank
on
you
that
very
game.
much.
He's killing it. That game looks great.
It's great, man.
Why is there a plunger on the wall? I don't know. There's my takeover. I didn't see that.
What a way to start it, though. Rabbids and Mario, and then Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
It's kind of
not bad.
A nice little streak.
Not bad.
Get people excited. What is this?
I hope everybody's wearing plaid at home, right?
Yes.
If you're watching,
if you guys are watching
EP at E3, hopefully you're in plaid.
What is this?
Division? No,
The Crew. The Crew 2. I can't believe they're doing it.
Yeah. It's another Fast and Furious team.
So, this was what we were talking about. This game did get slightly leaked.
Yeah. Apparently somebody in the chat said, I'm sorry, I can't remember who mentioned it, but when the Crew went free on Xbox Live Gold, it gained a whole bunch of new followers.
Yeah,
grew its audience.
And they had like a cops and robbers mode.
What's happening here? It's an Inception type thing.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think they're shrinking the world of the Crew to show you how far everybody races.
Oh yeah, okay.
This looks fun.
Reminds me of MotorStorm.
It looks fun, man. But you know, I think with racing games, they are incredibly. They're all solid, right? Because racing games are like we mentioned yesterday. It's like the core fundamental of how you stream content towards a player, and you can take that racing technology and employ it in a million different ways.
Yeah.
But I think what happens is you try a bunch, and then you choose the one you want. You know? And you know, because there are so many, and Wipeout Omega Collection is out right now, and it's mind blowing.
Are you seeing this? There's
With
plane
planes.
races.
That's cool. So they picked up on what that Criterion team was developing with multiple different multiple vehicles.
Wow. I cannot. This looks crazy. Off-road. There's track racing, plane racing.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
But is it going to play better than Need for Speed Payback? Is it going to feel better than Forza Motorsport?
But it looks like
7?
with this, they're kind of trying to turn this into like a motor storm type of game,
boats.
right? Jet boats, yeah. I think they're going for like a motor storm route where they just want to be this.
That's a franchise I miss.
Yes, I absolutely too.
Yeah.
Too. You and I both talked about how much we loved Apocalypse,
Yeah.
but it just didn't get the shine.
Didn't at all.
Because of the Japan earthquake. I know,
Right.
so the tsunami and everything. So
Right, they couldn't market it
They couldn't
properly.
market it, yeah.
But that was an amazing franchise that deserves a PS4 remaster.
I absolutely agree. Yeah.
But now they've got the Crew 2. Look at all that stuff.
Wow.
That looked pretty fun.
That is such
Yeah.
a big change up from the first Crew. That I now understand why they believed in continuing it, even because of its poor sales.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was a great trailer.
Thank you. Thank you. 2 years back, the Crew took the driving genre out there to the big, wide, open world of the USA.
Sammy M111, that's what the
Thanks
Motorstorm
to
Apocalypse
our
game really
players,
delivered. Earthquakes
we
and
have
natural
taken
disasters.
the
So
iconic
fun.
vision
Such a cool
to the
game.
next
Split-second elements to it with
They
like the
showed
slow-mo
us
stuff. And
Yeah.
the light and what they wanted to see in the futures. Now, it's time to take it way beyond driving. I am Stéphane Bellet, Creative Director. This is The Crew 2. Here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's a little chill, this guy. Little mellow.
In the US.
He probably lets out all of his aggressive side through playing the Crew and
Yeah.
flying on planes
Yeah,
and
totally.
doing backflips.
Yelling at his team. Get that demo ready!
Fans meet across the country and celebrate a common passion for
I don't know if he should have smoked a
things
joint
motor-
before he went on stage. I
Now's
think
your
that
chance to join in.
I think
Ladies and
he
gentlemen,
maybe should have
welcome to the
done a
Crew
run
2,
around the block or
home
something. Yeah.
of modern nation.
It's
No teleprompter. Nice, Billy.
gameplay.
In-game footage. Here we go.
I want to see this.
We got a first Crew sucked ass from Minds Candy. How'd you really feel? Don't beat around the bush. This is not a place where you need to be polite here. Just tell us how you really felt. This dude smoked some weed, Xerox says, 505. And here is a real helicopter, right? Kev Gret pulling a page out of the Forza playbook. Forza had stuff like this too in Horizon 3 where you were racing against a chopper carrying a tank kind of thing. Like, you didn't jump into all of those different vehicles like that, but it does look great.
In the heart of the city, street racers prove their skills, skidding on rooftops, burning asphalt, and tuning their rides.
Yeah, I do hope we get the sense of quality though. Sometimes the more isn't exactly better.
Yeah.
I just hope every single one of these.
Are they throwing
features.
a Porsche in our face to kind of rub it in our face about Forza?
Yeah.
Are they?
We have one too.
Is that a real licensed Porsche?
No,
or?
it's probably Porsche's probably has partnerships with all these developers where they're like, we'll give you money if you show
But is
us
that
the
a
road."
real Porsche though?
That's a real Porsche.
For sure?
Yeah.
Because they make cars that look very similar to other ones.
No, I'm pretty sure the Crew was a game that was about.
They got the licensed cars?
Yeah, they had the
Okay.
licensed stuff.
Okay. So off-road stuff looks like a blast. Pretty hard to think of just like an old MX versus ATV type thing ever being successful again.
Yeah.
After stuff like this.
And
Or
after
even
that-
Horizon, man.
Even after Motorstorm, I thought it
Yeah.
was kind of hard.
Yes.
Because that had big rigs,
That had everything.
ATVs, and everything racing at once. Interesting.
Tame, unpredictable waves on the open ocean.
I'll definitely get some
rapid
hands-on
waters
with this.
or
Ubisoft
narrow rivers.
visit with the booth I think is on Wednesday, so I will.
this
I'll do
looks
a
cool.
first impressions on this one for sure.
Yeah, I like
This is much more exciting to me than the first Crew reveal was.
Yeah, I mean, the
Absolutely.
first crew was just kind of like a street racing
It was
sort
like
of game. and
we're
that's
doing it too.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
see everybody else. We're doing it too.
isn't
But
great.
this feels like just the right amount of Ubisoft crazy.
Yeah.
let's just twist this. Yeah, let's go to
Yeah.
11 with the
What-
cray.
This almost just makes me
Yes, of
sad.
course we have World War II planes in
Yes.
our racing game.
This just makes me sad that Evolution got shut down and that we didn't get to see another
Yes.
Motor Storm. This is
Yes.
what. Watching this looks great, but it just makes me quite upset at the same time.
Yeah.
That Sony could have been doing this as well.
Yeah. I think there was a Dick and Balls sketched into the road there. I don't know. I might be wrong.
What's going on here, right? Yesterday we were talking about golden showers and 69s. The stream took a very dark turn, and you're trying to do this today?
Well, there was an overhead shot. It looked like a couple of balls. What am I going to say? Yeah, it looks like that's a real Porsche.
Yeah, no,
Porsche.
that's for sure is.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great.
Looks amazing.
Looks good. I just wonder how, is this going to be an open world sort of deal, or are we just going to have to go into the different modes in the menu and be like, I want to do plane racing, I want to do this.
I don't know.
Or is it going to be
Are
like
there Tauntauns? Right? No Tauntauns in this one.
Vic asking the hard questions.
Out in 2018. Okay, they've got. Vic's been hanging out with Tommy too much.
Autocross
The power of 4K, right? Pimp
high
logic.
octane contest awaits you.
The spirit of Tommy
Take
is
the
influencing
lead
the stream.
On Modernation. You've had a glimpse of the Crew 2. Register now for beta access or play the demo at the booth.
This guy could have a career in one of those go to sleep CD series, right? Like you're sitting.
Vic just with the roasts over and over again.
Come on, you're all thinking it.
No,
you're sitting by the beach.
Yeah, I know.
The waves are crashing in.
But at the very least,
just had a nice.
This is what you get when you bring some developers
hot
on
water
stage.
And lemon. Sit back, close your eyes. Here's this fractured butthole.
Yes.
Yeah?
I think you're right. Yeah. That's what.
All right.
Man, they're just coming up with killers.
Yes, here we go. The fractured butthole. Here we go.
You're a traitor, Tweak, and now you're with a group of super traitors. This was started by you. We aren't the ones who walked out of the fucking franchise, Mysterion. Why would the Freedom Pals help us? We send a spy.
Taco Tellerico.
To want to switch sides and join
There'll be
Freedom
money in
Pals.
that. Look at that. He's a little Wolverine. All right, they become superheroes, right? South Park superheroes.
All that's fair in love and war, Freedom Pussies. You fucking animal. You've got problems, new kid. Whatever you did last night got a lot of people's attention.
Doi Owen pre-ordered this game 2 years ago.
Yeah, it just goes to show it got delayed a lot. It kept on getting pushed back.
With graphics like this, it's hard not to wonder why 4K South Park.
Vic. But they do put a lot of time and work into these games.
I know they do. Yeah. Plus, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are super busy making the show, and then they gotta squeeze them in to get this all sort of authenticated.
Has some fun RPG elements. And I'm just glad.
Eric, you must listen to me.
Get out of my head, Timmy.
Your franchise is going nowhere. Face the truth, Eric. You guys are kind of douchebags.
He just called us douchebags in my mind. He did?
Yeah, I'm glad that we're seeing a good South Park series, finally coming out with the weird South Park karting games that were coming out of the N64 era and what was the first-person shooter one called? I totally forgot. There was like Chef's Love Shack.
Yeah,
that's some
they
weird
had a
and
South
bad
Park kart racing game
They
too.
did,
Yeah, we've covered a lot of South Park games over the years.
That's good. I'm glad we saw that.
Timmy! That's cool. And I'm glad they're not spending stage time telling us about it again, right? Like,
I'm telling you,
it's coming out.
I'm starting to wonder if the removal of Aisha Taylor might have been a good thing.
Right? It's not about joking. Okay, what is this?
Division, and you're looking to sort of bring, what sense you have of storytelling within, and put that into the context of VR.
He's getting involved in making games. His brother works in a game company. He works at Sony.
That's a really good
I did not know that.
We want you to take off the gear and still feel unsettled.
It's a new IP.
FMV game.
Whilst working with Ubisoft, we stumbled across some fascinating research that had begun in the late 90s. Essentially, neuroscientists had figured out a way to upload brain
Sound
data,
seems a little bit out of sync
trauma,
from the stream.
emotions, memories, to the digital space. Now, we've gone and taken the next logical step, and with Ubisoft, we've recreated in virtual reality one such test subject. So we'd like you to come and
Elijah Wood is like a serious game fanatic. Yeah, he always has been a big player. His brother has produced some really hot things too.
So VR, it's like.
Does look like a Sega CD FMV game, Zhang Fei.
Night Trap? Let's do Night Trap again? That's actually coming out again on PS4.
Yeah.
What you're experiencing is a recorded consciousness. It's not unlike watching
I think this
a movie,
is
so no
her
matter
story
how real
with
it
a
may
Hollywood
seem,
budget.
It can't hurt you. You are completely safe.
It's good to see he's doing something after Harry Potter. Nice, Delta. Transference. Okay, that was weird. Don't know anything about that really, unless that was actual scene content from the game.
Interesting though, new IP.
What is this now? Aquaman the game. James Cameron. Is it? No.
This could be Avatar.
It's Yves Guillemot. So Yves is the host.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Yves
been
is
on
the
stage.
host.
On the legacy of one of our most popular worlds, the super talented teams of Ubisoft Singapore came up with something really, really unique. So I want you to see that and enjoy. Thank you.
Wow.
I like this genuineness. I like that he's I like that guy. He's good.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
New IP here though.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's two.
Sail the treacherous trade routes of the Indian Ocean. The riches in their holds fuel their dreams of power and fortune, while whetting the appetites of those they fear most.
Wow. Djokovic fan 26. That just made some memories flash back in my brain. Thank you for that.
Wow. It's like Atlantis.
I mean, if they're doing another pirate game, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Cool. Like Sea of Thieves, come on. Right?
Vic.
Right? Like, I want this more than Sea of Thieves.
But you gotta think about the kids, Vic, alright? The kids want Sea of Thieves. Oh, nice. Female captain.
I mean, they've done this with Black Flag, but that's not what this is it? Is it a pirate game?
Yeah, you know what? I think because of the success of Black Flag, they might be like, let's make a new IP.
They didn't need to make that Assassin's Creed. It could have just been a pirate game, right?
I absolutely agree. Assassin's Creed Black Flag was like the least Assassin's Creed game. Well, it felt like it.
It was great. If they're just gonna pick up and make more kick-ass pirate stuff, like what the hell is Sea of Thieves even about then at that point, right? And they can do historical stuff and it doesn't need to threaten their, like they can also do Prince of Persia. It doesn't need to threaten their Assassin's Creed stuff. This looks fantastic.
This looks great.
But this is all CG cutscene stuff.
But just the idea, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pimp Logic, throwing down with some knowledge. Greatest pirate in history was an Asian female. This is going to be called Sea of Fuck You Thieves. I don't know.
Vic hates Sea of Thieves so much.
No, I don't hate it.
You do hate it, Vic.
I don't hate it, but when you see games like this, it's like, well, that's what pirate games should look like.
What are they calling it?
This is Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, see.
Wow, man, Ubisoft is coming big this year.
Sea of Thieves is what this thing is subtitled. Quit hating on Sea of Thieves, Vic. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. I'm trying to stop him, guys. I'm trying to stop him.
That's how long the average pirate survived a lawless life on the seas during the golden age of piracy.
Look, you bracket it with Black Flag, and you have this coming, which has to be better than Black Flag. And Sea of Thieves is in the middle. Good luck, Sea of Thieves.
But Sea of Thieves is going to take a whole different market.
We'll see.
It's a whole different market because that's for the kids who play Minecraft. The kids who are going to be streaming on Mixer all day, right? That's a totally different market.
Okay. Fair enough.
Tactical action game where we take that naval combat
this
to
looks
the next
terrific.
level.
It's a tactical action game, though, so maybe it's...
And its winds at the helm of ships armed to the teeth.
So you're
Bones
customizing
takes
your
place in a
ships.
shared systemic world where you can sail solo or form a gang of pirates with your friends and together terrorize the
so they
trade
are
routes
going
of the
a
Indian
multiplayer
Ocean.
route with this. Ugh.
Season after season, you'll
Vic
collaborate
might be right.
and compete with
I
other
mean,
bloodthirsty
if I'm
players.
Ubi and I've made one of the
Even
best
execute
pirate
ruthless
experiences
betrayals.
ever, and then
In
I see
order to
Microsoft
become
coming with this
the
cutesy
ultimate
pirate thing,
pirate
and
kingpin.
they're gonna like,
Now I'm
I
proud
would
to share
go.
with you the
You know, you
blueprint.
guys, we should
One of
maybe
Skull and
keep
Bones'
making pirate
5
games.
versus
I would like to
5
see a single player
team-based
experience
PvP
again.
modes.
I don't want this to be multiplayer centered.
We've just received intel that merchant convoys rich with treasure are sailing just off the coast of Madagascar. But beware, there are other pirates also looking to plunder the PvP disputed waters of the Indian Ocean.
PvP. It's a lot, very heavy multiplayer focused. It looks like this game is.
There's some gameplay right here. Let's see what this looks like.
The Priscilla Shallows of Madagascar, located on the cusp of a bustling trade route, it is the perfect place for an ambush.
Muppet
Here
Treasure
is our
Island versus
gang of
Pirates of the
pirates,
Caribbean.
The Raiders, going head to head with a gang of rival players, the Cutthroats. Victory goes to the
Okay,
team
so
with
this
the
is
most
not
loot at the end of
Black
the
Flag. This is pirate ships against pirate ships.
Knowing how to sail with the
Oh my god.
See the map and you see the other you see the other ships where they are.
Yeah. I mean, the pirate ship stuff in Black Flag was so good.
It was, yeah. I'm sure this is using the same engine.
Yes.
to split up, some going inland, others keeping to the open sea. Each warship has unique
They're doing their
strengths.
chants.
The frigate's hull is reinforced, its arsenal equipped with numerous culverin cannons. The brigantine is devastating up close, with a battering ram designed to break any resistance. The sloop of war kills from afar, with its crippling long-ranged mortars and precise long 9 cannons.
Good luck, Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
That's
this is okay, touche. Vic is right, because when I saw this, I thought this was going to be a single player, story-driven Pirates experience, but this is going full multiplayer, clearly. And yeah,
This looks stupendous. This looks like you get to be a pirate.
All right.
Right.
All right, Vic's
Oh
right.
my god.
Vic's right. I can't argue this.
Wow.
Don't let bloodlust
Ubisoft
cloud
is
your
killing it. They're doing a
this
great
is
job.
An amazing conference so
Yeah.
far. Really good. For a developer conference,
yes.
This is really good.
The team that escapes with the most loot claims victory.
They just have so much muscle, right? Like they have so much strength in the way that they have pushed. Like what they did with Ghost Recon Wildlands is going to lead to so much good content. They worked their ass off on building that world. Same with the Division. They have all of these silos of multi-world strength right now.
Can I go back to the point of how we always mention Ubisoft taking risks and starting new IPs?
Yes.
Year after year, they're one of the few people still doing it.
Yep.
And look at this game. This is you know, God knows how it's going to end up.
Yep.
But you know, the fact that they're taking a risk with a new name, whole new
Using
franchise,
lessons and technology that clearly they understand how to utilize.
They did that with For Honor. You can argue that Red Steel
Yeah.
was maybe a bit of a learning experience there.
Pirates is now taking aim at the frigate.
This is cool.
And it
This is
will
cool,
take
guys.
team coordination to take her down.
So is it all ship-to-ship battle, or can you get off and explore and do some of the?
I think you will.
Because like honestly,
it can't be ship-to-ship only.
I hope you guys all played Black Flag. It's one of the best games I've played. It's a fantastic game, you know, regardless of its association with Assassin's Creed.
Some people controlling cannons. There you go.
I don't know if you're controlling this though. So you board.
Can you leave the wheel? And
I don't know. I think you're controlling the whole ship. I think that's what you're doing in these scenarios. Black Flag is Assassin's Creed, and you know what's going to happen is this game is going to make people rush to go play Black Flag, the announcement of this, right?
Yeah.
Which you all should. If you haven't played it, it's amazing. I remember Tim Schafer and Ken Levine, two of the most respected game developers on Earth, just raving about Black Flag and how they got completely obsessed with, you know, doing all the missions and fighting sharks and all kinds of stuff like that.
People have been loving pirates recently. There's been Pirates of the Caribbean movies, Sea of Thieves, this.
Yeah. Well, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean movies are just trying to sustain something that they generated, but it's great fodder for games, man. That's why Sea of Thieves depresses me, because it doesn't look like it's really taking it up a level. I was privy to what propaganda had in mind for a Pirates of the Caribbean adventure game with pirate ship stuff. This was around the time when they were working on Turok, and it looked amazing. You know, I think some of those developers ended up working at Ubisoft, honestly. But this looks great.
Looks good. I would have liked to see some kind of gameplay where you get to walk around the ship.
I'm in.
Yeah, but looks good.
Yeah, I'm in.
Looks good.
I'm in with pirates handled
Thank
like
you all
that.
very much. I'd like to invite you to play the Loot Hunt at the Ubisoft booth at E3. And please register for our live phases online. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention. The world of Skull and Bones is one that evolves. When you act, it reacts.
That's all he's leaving us with. Guy's got some good teeth for a pirate.
Yeah. And he's got a Nick Fury eye patch going too.
Whoa. Whoa!
Was that a giant kraken?
That was a giant kraken.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Sweet.
That gave me the shivers a little bit.
Wow.
That's creepy as hell. Okay, that's cool. Fall 2018. What?
So are they going
next
to
year.
get off of the ship? You know, that's what I want to know. Are they going to do some exploration?
It would have been
you know?
cool if they took some of For Honor's mechanics, and then once you get off the ship, you can battle with other pirates.
Well, I mean, what they're
just,
setting up is like owning the pirate space. You know, like they could just
This could be a start of a big franchise.
Yeah.
But Just Dance time.
Woo! Woo! Fantastic.
Come on, is it? Yeah.
Let's do it. Should we do the
Vic,
robot?
let's go. Let's go, Vic. Yeah, get him. Ayo. 3, 6.
Popping and locking.
3, 6.
that
Okay.
Daft
Oh,
Punk?
okay.
Daft
Okay,
Punk?
Vic. Ow! Oh, you can't see him come. Give him the shopping cart. You gotta give him the shopping cart. And then you gotta search. Add the search.
All right, we're out of sync with the music.
All right, I'm
I
sorry.
can't really hear it.
Yeah, we're sorry. We're sorry. You'll never see that again on EP.
Yeah, they will. Come on. I've been dancing for years. Pop and lock, baby.
Oh my god.
Pretty good. It's like a bunch of Sub-Zeros all hanging out together. All right. Bathroom break for MRSCT 78. You know, honestly, like when this stuff comes on at a UB press conference, does anybody get like, wow, I can't, finally the Just Dance portion is here.
You're right, it was 2018.
I know it sells, but who gets stoked for these now?
You know, at the end of the day, these are also investor meetings.
Yeah.
And the fact that this franchise is so successful and sells so well, they have to have some mention of it.
The UB booth has these people for the all 3 days of E3. They come on like every hour and they just go mental with the with the dancing, and they gotta throw down every single time.
Panda is pimp as hell. It's got these earrings on the left side. It's got this little eye patch thing going on the right. Oh my goodness. Whitney, who is that? Oh, okay.
Someone tell us who this is. We have no idea. It's okay. Bebe. Rexa. They got her title and her thing was completely blurred.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's dancing in a fur coat and shorts.
I mean, we saw this coming, right, guys? This was bound to happen in this conference.
Are there pirates in this game?
Somebody stop this guy, all right? First he's hating on Sea of Thieves, and now this.
This is a teaser of the Much Music Video Awards right here. Yep. That right there, that collection of human beings, they could get together and learn how to make a game. That's enough people to make a great game.
They got Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat in the background.
They got everybody.
This is everything you guys have ever wanted.
You know where they're going right now?
What's up?
To get ice cream. All of them.
Okay.
They're all go to a little ice
what
cream
a
store.
great fairy tale land they live in. Oh,
telephone.
Music player, your flashlight, calculator, and GPS navigation device. But now, finally, the most high-tech company in the world has unlocked the mobile phone's true potential so that it can do what it was truly meant to do.
We are playing Cowboys and Indians.
Okay, South Park.
Are they gonna do the last one? Comes to your phone. Oh, okay.
It's a whole new game, looks like.
Come play with us. Put on some cowboy shit and meet us outside. And bring your phone.
No! Are they making fun of card games? Please tell me they're making fun of card games.
I think they are.
Okay, thank God.
I'm sure it's gonna be good though.
Somebody
too.
should just make a game of opening card packs. Like that's all you do.
That's
you just tap on the thing. You got a new card. Tap on the thing. New card. Tap on the thing.
Oh my God.
That would be just so great.
Have you heard of the game My Name is Mayo? Where you just tap on a mayo jar for like 15 minutes and you get like a platinum trophy.
Wow.
On PlayStation. South Park Phone Destroyer 2017.
Okay. That looks crazy. Now we're going to space. This is like everybody dropped acid and came up with this thing right here. Ubisoft Toronto, Splinter Cell in space. Did someone say card game? That was for you, Usman. This looks great.
Did they pick up No Man's Sky?
This looks really cool.
Each new world more incredible than the last. We had no idea what was waiting
This
for
looks
us.
a lot like No Man's Sky.
Sure does.
I know it's not, but
The Legion. It consumes
What the hell is
everything in
this?
its path. They've never used Starlink before. Go show them what it can do.
What?
Whoa, that's a little too much, but looks cool.
What?
Vic, get ready for more plastic toys.
I like toys.
Get ready for more toys in your basement,
And I
Vic.
love space battles. And I like my Switch.
Breaking atmosphere.
And I like spaceships and cartoons.
Whoa.
And I like exploring strange new worlds. What the f? This looks great.
Judge, we need to buy time for me to jumpstart the engine.
They are resisting ice barrage. Linking fire loadout.
This is cool. So you customize your ship, and the ship is customized in the game. I had this idea like 5 years ago that this should be something that people are doing.
And overcome.
Starlink, Battle for Atlas. That looks cool. Wow. That looks super cool. Wow. Spacelanders. All right, so they're going to take us into this a little bit.
Interesting.
Brand new IP, brand new idea. Toys to Life at the end of Toys to Life.
We wanted brand new IP.
Yeah.
Obsessed with sci-fi, animation, comics, and of course, all the really cool toys.
Yes.
At Ubisoft Toronto, we built a team with a dream of bringing those amazing childhood memories back to life for a new generation. Starlink Battle for Atlas
looks good.
allows you to take control of a team of star pilots in a massive, open, living star system, fighting to save Atlas from the Forgotten Legion.
So No Man's Sky
Build your
with
custom
action figures.
starship.
With action figures. And
And
it looks
then
like there's more enemies and
ship
more
models.
on the fly.
Yeah.
Link extra armor and heavy weapons to take on a huge Legion Prime.
It looks like a great idea.
Ancient
It's a little
Great!
bit too much plastic for my taste.
Yeah, my wife's not going to be happy about that at all.
But it's the
My kid
idea
will be,
is
though.
awesome.
Freedom
My kid
is
will
at the
be
core
very
of Starlink Battle for Atlas. Collect your way with both physical Starship collectibles and digital versions available, and even take your game on the go using the power of Nintendo Switch. Visit starlinkgame.com for more information, and stay
Fall
tuned for
2018.
many more surprises.
The manufacture of plastic figures has been the undoing of a lot of companies and bottom lines. It's an incredibly arduous and challenging process.
It is. So much
And
competition.
And Ubisoft is going to enter that, and they've got to be learning. It's like you learn a whole new business, right? So we'll see how that does, but the concept is fantastic.
Steve. That's the last game I expected to see here.
Yeah.
I'm the studio director at Ubisoft Annecy. It's a
Deep
pleasure for me
DLC
to
maybe?
be back on stage after our announcement at E3 last year. And we have had since then a full year of support and continuous development of Steep.
I would like to
Since
go
the
back
very
to this
beginning
game.
of this project,
Yeah.
It
we
wasn't
have been working
amazing,
with
but if they've got
athletes,
something
we
that
have
they're
always been
building up in
impressed
here.
by their
We've
passion
talked about a lot
and
of
dedication.
Ubisoft's
We
long-term
learned
vision
how
for
one
games now,
champion spent
and let's see if
300
this
days
is.
a year on a
Amon
trampoline
says in the current
to
state,
practice
No
for
Man's Sky
that
is great.
perfect
I'd like to
landing.
jump back into that game
We
for
learned
sure.
how others make more than 6 million turns to practice for the 15 they have to race in competition. These athletes, they travel to the world to train with the best, to compete with the strongest, and to challenge themselves with the most experienced and skilled coaches. It's truly a level of passion and dedication that goes well beyond our everyday lives. And when you talk to the very best of these men and women, you realize that there is something they always have in back of their minds at all times. It's a dream that takes years of preparation for just one go at that unforgettable moment. This December, with our first Steep expansion, this is a journey you will take. Enjoy.
Wow. Okay, so Steep DLC.
UB is staying with this thing.
Yeah. I mean, props to them, right?
Yeah.
They know they can have something big here. Their new logo.
It should be SSX, right? Like that's what we want to see. We want to see, but if it's just straight on heavy competition, I don't know if that's going to be enough. Olympics. Yeah, it's the Olympics.
Olympics. I would like to see more of arcadey elements added to this, something crazy, like a street mode.
So they got the Winter Olympic license. They already had a winter sports game, and they said, well, let's, instead of building something from the ground up, let's try to combine the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Okay. So they get the built-in co-marketing of the Olympic games out there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if this is enough.
I'm not blown away or like super enthused, but there's a core something there for sure.
Road to the Olympics.
Yeah. Official licensed product. So far, a really good conference.
It is. It is very good.
Yeah.
There's no denying that.
Adrian Leon asking if I'd prefer Starlink Battle for Atlas on the Switch or other consoles. I don't care where it is, as long as it's good.
Why is this?
This is Far Cry.
Far Cry, yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right.
Steep 2, steeper shit. Happy console gamer. That doesn't sound so happy, brother.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy with Far Cry 5, yeah.
I think that's what they're going for. I'm fully convinced they want this to be a controversial game.
There's Stone.
Hi, my name is Dan Hay, and I'm the executive producer of Far Cry the brand, as well as the creative director of Far Cry 5.
This was one
I'd like to introduce you
big,
to Hope County,
intimidating, but super
Montana.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Beautiful, rugged, a place where people don't even lock their front door anymore. But that's how it used to be. Today, Hope County's been overrun by a fanatical
Expert gaming, it's more like
find yourself
preppers.
trapped
It's more
deep in
people
cult
that are
territory, cut off from the rest of the world.
What are they
They've
called?
closed the roads.
Not cults.
There's no cell phone
sort of
signal, no
cultish,
911.
but
People
the
are fucking scared.
militias.
Malicious?
Yeah,
Okay.
militias.
I had to say it.
Matthew Pilla, that's
just up ahead,
precisely
the small town of Falls End has
the
been
kind of
completely overrun.
controversial stuff that
If you're gonna
this
survive,
game is going to
you and
elicit.
your guns
You
for
know,
hire are gonna need
and
to
there
save
are
it.
actual, real
But to
life
do that,
armed people out there
well,
that I,
you're gonna
certainly
need to raise some
concerned
help.
about how this is going to be perceived. Dan, in his reveal of what this game was going to be, told us some pretty harrowing tales because the team actually traveled to Montana.
Gameplay. Wow.
I mean, the other Far Cry games have been incredibly heinous and violent and filled with really heavy stuff too.
Yeah, but this one's just closer to home, right?
I mean,
And that's
literally,
why,
yeah.
it's just gonna hit a little bit harder for people. But I think it's good. It's a good change up, in my opinion.
Well, it's certainly going to bring a lot of attention to itself. Games need to stand out, right?
Yeah.
Town looks like a war zone.
Ooh, gosh. And it's it's picking up on the success of Walking Dead, I think, too.
Water tower, got it.
Last of Us 2, God of War, Days Gone. Yep, Faramer, you're on it.
Ooh. They're just executing people.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. They do this in every Far Cry game, and it's always horrific. I mean, this is like not for kids. man.
No.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Daniel Corona, you are totally dead on, man. Yeah, it's.
Boom, boom,
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
that's why I think it's good that they finally come to America and make people feel the consequences of
Yeah,
the stuff.
absolutely.
It's gonna hit people harder, and
Yeah.
that's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's why his point is so great.
Yep, absolutely. But then you got a dog that runs around and bites people, and, you know, you get to play as a chicken or something like that. Like, I just don't want it to be silly, you know?
What was that? Dropped a bomb.
Yeah.
Yes, Friends for
I mean,
Hire.
yeah,
That's a thing that's been a staple of the series.
Yeah.
Friends for Hire. So it means you can probably go to each other's world.
And it is entertainment, and it is you know, it's not to be taken like it's straight up a documentary or something like that. You're supposed to have fun.
But I would have liked to see more of the darker story stuff that it kind of started off with, just to kind of show that this is serious stuff, you know? I mean, it looks fun. Looks fun.
It will be fun. The Far Cry games are never not fun. They're just dealing with
sensitive topics.
Yeah, hot button stuff. It's not real. Just have fun. Last Disciple, yes. In the end, Fallout 4 was about killing Americans. Yep, absolutely. So much of our entertainment is about that, though. You know, so it's. Anyways, we'll see. I'm not going to judge it before we get it. Come on, some Splinter Cell. Stealthy.
What is this?
Montpellier, Beyond Good and Evil. Here it is.
This is it?
Yep, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Woo!
This press conference is absolutely
there it
insane.
is.
Oh.
People are going to be crazy in there.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, the fuck? I ain't got no master, but I do have your little toy.
Wow. It is a real game.
Here you go, mate.
Wow. They just blew the minds of everybody in that room right now. People are like, panties off. Everybody's just running around like screaming.
Monkey's got a date.
Let's see Jade. Where is she?
What? What? That's Swiss fucking chocolate.
This is not happening.
Wow.
Bon appetito.
Love the world.
Holy crap. This looks great.
I want every fucking cop in this fucking city after that fucking bastard!
Oh my god.
Is this it?
It's it. Yeah, it's it. But the first game was edging close to sort of maturity, but it's a different time now. As we just saw in the Far Cry 5 trailer, right? So.
Monkey.
Yeah, they're like, this isn't a sequel, this is a reinvention of what Beyond Good and Evil is for a modern era. They wanted to Fifth Element this franchise. Wow. Paul Adamson, I just said the same thing. Jinx. This might be the Michel Ancel magnum opus.
Wow.
This looks really good. It's all cutscene though, right? Let's see what the game looks like. You heard the Wilhelm scream? Fantastic, right in our ass. Faramer, Sony's going to have to show something real crazy to beat what Ubisoft just showed off. So far, Ubisoft has won E3. Well, they've certainly had the best press conference already.
Let's see what we've got. Moksha. Just as Yama described it. True freedom lies beyond.
Is that Jade?
I think that's Jade.
Yeah, I love the international quality of the first game. Amazing.
Wow.
Bravo! That was a goddamn reveal. Now let's see some game. Let's see it. And it's got to come out this year.
No,
and
it's not going to come out this year.
And people have got to be going, they're not going crazy. Look at, they're all subdued. I guess it was the swear words. There's Michel SL. This guy is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank
okay,
you.
Yade.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah. This is his thing, man.
First of all, I want to say.
Last time I talked with him, he did not have gray
to
hair.
all the teams who worked very, very, very hard on creating all this world. again, thank you to all these teams behind us. I want also to say thank you to Yves, with all my heart.
That's very nice, Matthew Pila. Thank you.
They're doing such a good job showing this Ubisoft family.
I love these people, man.
This is just
They've
amazing.
always been so
And
open.
also, a special thanks to the
Super
fans
passionate.
of Beyond Good and Evil for sticking with us for so long.
Yes! Woo!
It's about bloody time.
15 years. Almost.
15 years. Wow.
So welcome to System 3. Our story takes place before the birth of Jade, in a multi-ethnic, multicultural
so that was not
human
Jade.
society in a distant solar system.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
It is a time
reinventing
when
the whole
corporations
thing.
create hybrids in their labs and enslave
And if this
them
does
to
well,
colonize the
we are
stars in
not
order
going to
to
ever
compete for
leave this
power
universe.
and cosmic resources. With our crew of crazy and unforgettable characters,
This is
we
great.
fight
This is
in the
so
name
cool.
of freedom and the right to determine our own fate among the stars.
Takini's her name.
And we will helm massive star-faring vessels
she's her
through
mom.
territories as
Oh no,
spectacular
he's tearing up.
as they are dangerous.
Don't tear up right now.
Yeah.
No.
We've been working very hard just on the technology during 3 years. And today, we have a seamless online playground where we can travel across space at the speed of light. We can explore mysterious cities and discover unknown lands by ourselves or with friends. And we want you to participate in the making of this great adventure. Join our Space Monkey program.
That's awesome. Get me one of those shirts if you go
Yeah.
back. If you go to E3, get me one of those shirts.
Yes, absolutely.
Help us make Beyond Good
That
and
will be the
Evil
hottest swag of this
a
year's
world
E3
that
right
will
there.
challenge us and bring us together for thousand adventure, thrills, and fun. And please, Yves, just join
Join
us.
us.
This is. Thank you.
This
Thank
is
you.
a great celebration.
This is what it's about,
Congratulations,
man.
you guys. You know, Gabriel and Michel, you've done a fantastic job. It's amazing what you have been able to achieve, and you and I and all the teams have the power of creating games that will amaze all the gamers. And I think video games can help us to grow and to get better. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Very good, man. Emotional.
So now,
Emotional,
I would like
man.
to thank
Wow. Right?
everyone here
Human.
in the room and those who are watching
Bravo,
us from
Ubisoft.
home. Thank you for listening today, and thank you for playing our game.
I got chills.
So to all the
I've got
teams at
goosebumps right now.
Ubisoft, thank you for your incredible imagination and enthusiasm. All of us here, we wish you all a lot of fun playing games this year. So thank you very much, and have a great E3.
Yes!
Wow.
Bravo!
Wow.
Wow.
Holy shit.
We just saw something really special. That was a lot of love and heart and risk and people and partnerships and
Okay, wait, look, most importantly, it's not over. The show is not over, folks. We're going to send you back to the home base behind the theater. We have
That is
30
great.
minutes of an exclusive...
All right.
What is it? I lost it.
We gotta wrap this up.
Okay, we gotta wrap this up. We gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys know if there's anything interesting on screen. We might go back to our.
That was marvelous.
That was
yeah, that was.
Hey there. All right.
That was marvelous. So congratulations to Ubisoft. They've done this before. They've had just phenomenal conferences and showed us lots of really
No, there was
exciting
no
games.
conference on this level. This was
This
one of their.
was-
I think this was their best conference ever.
This was really, really special.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was. It
It
would have
would-
been great to see, a Splinter Cell, something from the Tom Clancy space a little bit, but maybe a break is okay. Maybe what they're learning with Assassin's Creed and letting us chill for a bit is not a bad thing. you
Yeah.
know?
Very rarely do I get chills watching a press conference.
Yeah.
And this I've had many moments watching this where I just had the goosebumps, and I almost teared up looking at that developer who was looking at his own game and Miyamoto on stage. That was heartwarming.
We had a Miyamoto presence at the beginning and a Michel Ancel presence at the end.
Yeah.
Right? And these are two of the the most incredible creators that have the video game industry has ever produced.
Yeah.
And that is really hard to put together.
What else can you expect out of a press conference?
Yeah.
Sure, we had our funny little Just Dance moment, but I understand why that's there. But everything was about the games, the IPs. They had cuts of the developers on stage, and it didn't feel like they rehearsed it 100 times. It felt like they went through it once or twice because the passion was so genuine.
Yeah.
Everyone was so proud of their games, and
the games spoke for themselves in a lot of ways, and the reasons why they're getting made spoke for themselves in a lot of ways.
Absolutely,
incredible. Like Just Dance and the Olympic stuff in Steep are probably two of the sort of least interesting things there, but they makes sense from a business standpoint.
Yeah, and they were short.
Yeah.
They were short. Sure, it was a performance. It was a 2-minute performance, and Steep was just like a DLC.
And the South Park stuff was just video content.
Yes.
The Elijah Wood partnership was kind of just strange video content.
And Ubisoft's kind of known for bringing people on stage and having these sit-down interviews that kind of started getting a little slow and boring. And
James
this time,
Cameron.
it was just way too much. Even with, I love Trey Park and Matt Stone, but they brought those guys on stage and sat with them. We don't need none of that. This was about the family, the developers, what Ubisoft has and IPs, and I don't know what else we can expect from a developer conference. Like, what else can one developer publisher bring?
Too, right? Like, they're totally being threatened with this hostile takeover from Vivendi, and I think we saw it last year when they fought it off, and we're seeing it again this year, is that's what Yves Guillemot wants to kind of protect and preserve.
Incredible.
He wants to keep it a family-run business, and perfect way to show off all of the developers and the humans that it takes to build this stuff, this art for us.
I'll throw on some of the Assassin's Creed gameplay while we talk over it. I will mute it if that's okay, guys.
Yeah.
But we will be talking. We should do a debrief, but I want you guys to kind of see some of the Assassin's Creed gameplay in the back because it looks terrific. It looks good, and this is new stuff that we haven't seen before.
So we're playing Assassin's Creed this year.
Yes.
Let's go down the list.
Let's go. Let's do a breakdown of this thing. I still have the shivers right now.
It was a great conference. Best by far so far.
Yeah. So we started off with Miyamoto on stage for the reveal of Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Miyamoto and Yves Guillemot together.
Yes, they had the little iconic shot back to back, the little lethal weapon little shot they did.
Couldn't tell who was cuter between those two and any of the rabbits.
Yes.
Right? And I would love to see Yves Guillemot and Miyamoto rabbits.
they should do it, in amiibo form.
And I would get amiibos of those.
Yeah,
that would be great. Yes.
And they cut to the developer there, and he was tearing up because I'm sure he was seeing his game that he's been working on for 3 years, and Miyamoto, this icon that I'm sure he grew up just idolizing, talking about his game, and that was hard for me. That was hard. If they left that on for longer, I think I would have fully teared up. But I was having
we forget, man. That's the thing. Like, we forget as players that humans make this stuff.
Yes.
It's a constant struggle, and the marketing of these things sometimes sort of forgets it too, right?
Yes.
It's always about features and it's always hype, but people are on the other end of that hype, and they're just trying to entertain us, And that was a good example of how powerful that can be.
Yeah,
that creative process.
They showed the gameplay of Mario and Rabbids. It was a trailer. It's the August 29th this year coming out. Looks great. Looks
great.
Like a fantastic game.
Assassin's Creed looks great. We've talked about that quite a bit already because of the Xbox conference, but I think the Egypt setting is amazing, and I can't wait to get lost in that game this year.
Yeah, they showed a trailer and a bit of gameplay. Not too much, actually. They kept it somewhat shorter.
Yeah, well, they're showing
Assassin's
it now.
Creed. They're showing it now, which I think was a nice pacing for the conference.
Yep.
they didn't need to show us too much. We saw quite a bit of it.
We kind of know what we're getting out of it, too, right? Like, but
it's one of those games you want to play instead of watch too much of.
And the thing that we really want is a story that doesn't get too insane in its deviations and wherever it's going, right?
Yeah. Shortly after that, the Crew 2 trailer.
That comes out next year.
Comes out next year. You know, game looks good. They're taking a whole new direction with it. Shortly after that, South Park, the Fractured But Whole trailer.
Yep.
Can't say that with a straight face. Looks great, of course. We expected to see it.
That's out this year.
That's out this year. That's right.
Yep.
They showed off Transference, I think it was called.
Transference, yeah.
Transference, which was the Elijah Wood game.
Yep.
That's spring.
No idea what the hell that is about.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was a. They didn't really show us gameplay or anything, but that's spring 2018.
It's going to be weird. It's a VR thing, it looks like, and it's going to be weird to be playing these full motion video type of experiences where you can look in any direction, right? That's the thing with VR, right? You can, especially if it's on the Vive and you've got the room management, you can actually turn right around and look at not where the scene is and just have your own story. That's going to be weird to play that.
Shortly after that, Skull and Bones, the Pirates game. They showed off some gameplay of that, which I was really shocked about.
I'm gonna call that the Sea of Thieves murderer.
Sea of Thieves, yeah. That's 2 of the 3 new IPs that we saw in this conference.
2018 as well.
That one, fall 2018.
Many questions about that.
Yes, I mean, we were a little sad to not see you be able to kind of leave the captain's steering wheel, but it looks like you kind of control everything as an overlord sort of idea.
And I think if you can't. If you can't, then I think it's a conscious decision from Ubisoft to not make it a Black Flag associated title.
Yeah,
like a sequel to Black Flag.
I just feel like when I play that game for a couple hours, I will be irking to, jump in the water.
I know.
What if I could jump in the water and see that Kraken that they showed at the end?
And that's either going to push people back to Black Flag or to Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, exactly. Sea of Thieves has yet to show a lot of underwater stuff except sharks, so that's on the wait list. So they showed gameplay of that. Just Dance 2018 performance. Vic was pretty excited about that.
Can't wait for that. Yeah.
Vic was just
Panties
kind of dancing.
Off.
Please, that was.
Yeah.
We had a little dance off here.
Yeah.
They showed off the South Park Foam Destroyer, which is the little imitation card game, little parody that they're
fun
doing.
Of the everybody's got a card game.
And that's coming out this year, actually. They didn't say when, but it said 2017. Starlink Battle for Atlas, the 2018 fall game. This is the little Toys to Life.
That is a crazy risk. Toys to Life is a dangerous category.
It is.
You've got to get people invested. It's not based on IP that anybody recognizes, and it took Disney Infinity a few kicks at it with characters that people really know and love before they started to make momentum, and then Disney went, nope, not making enough money. Even Skylanders has been struggling, and Lego Dementias has been struggling, so it's going to be interesting to see if people are going to want to jump on board with Starships and stuff. We're going to want to get invested all the way through. But Ubi is investing in production. They have media partnerships, some of them not successful, Assassin's Creed bullshit. But they could be pulling off something very special. I got my attention. I love the concepts around No Man's
That's totally
Sky.
a game marketed towards people like you, because you love Toys to Life stuff, and you can put like little cannons on your ship and make it look different.
Even the way that they sold it, we built a team at Ubisoft that loves toys and loves science fiction and comic books and animation and exploring worlds, and
And they work in
that's
the
me.
Toy Story.
I love all that stuff. I would be like, oh my god, you put money into that idea?
Yeah,
yes. Okay.
Expect to see some Starlink toys behind us, guys, in the near future, coming out fall 2018. After that, they showed some of the Olympic Steep DLC, which was quick and short. I mean, obviously, it didn't get us too hyped. We wanted to see the series kind of go a more arcadey route.
We want SSX. EA, you blew it with no SSX, okay?
Yeah, and still you have to commend Ubisoft a bit to continue giving support to the series.
Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't sell great. It didn't review great.
Yeah.
But they're kind of keeping this long-term dream alive, and I think that's a good sign.
Yeah.
After that, Far Cry 5 showed a bit of gameplay, started it off with a little bit of a cinematic cutscene.
Looks like it's going to be hella fun.
It looks like fun.
And make people hella uncomfortable.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I would have liked to see them show the darker narrative around it.
Yeah.
Like, instead of just gameplay, because we know what to expect from Far Cry gameplay. The formula's been the same since Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
So it would have been nice to kind of see more cinematic stuff. Why are we going to this setting? Why are we dealing with these topics? Would have been a kind of a better
I think we'll get
approach.
all that, but
we will. But I think this was the time to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then we ended it off with Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Triumphant moment for the video game industry.
Goodness gracious.
Long-time fans of Beyond Good and Evil. What's interesting, it's been so long that I think a lot of people have just like
given up.
Well, given up, and then there's been a whole bunch of new people in the space that are huge players that have a 10-year history of games, never even heard of Beyond Good and Evil. You know, and so that's probably why they went prequel, and that's probably why it looks like a much bigger deal than just a. You know, it's not Shenmue 3, right? They're not just going to go to Dreamcast scale graphics or, you know, Xbox, the original Xbox style graphics.
Taking it seriously. It's probably going to be like a 2020 game or something, or maybe 2019.
I don't think we can wait that much longer. I think it has to come out next year.
Really?
I think next year is the year. Because, we've waited so long already.
Skull and Bones, the pirate game, is fall 2018, and we had gameplay of that. This, we had not even...
Oh, but they said sign up for the beta and stuff.
That's true.
I think it's next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it might even be early next year.
I'm going to say early 2019.
They've been working on this for a long time. Michel Ancel's name has not been attached to too many AAA things. You know, like he's probably had to look over the Rabbids stuff. This is what he's been working on.
Do you think they're giving him a big team for this? Are we looking at like a huge...
I think the Montpellier team was never that big. They had one of the most interesting... They were actually, I think, in an old hotel is what they used to... When I visited, I went there for the King Kong game back in the day. And it was a very... very cool space. And it was super hot. And they didn't have air conditioning, and it was like they kept having brownouts with their computers and stuff. But I think they aren't that big. It's a great city to visit, by the way, Montpellier in France. It's like this beautiful sort of medieval college town. But I don't think they're that big. But what Ubisoft is doing now is they're employing satellite teams and partnerships all across the globe, and every one of their games now has chunks of developers that specialize in different abilities, partnering with the sort of lead team. So I think Montpellier probably had an abundant amount of resources available to them.
That's good to
hear.
Yeah,
Clearly, right?
Clearly, exactly.
I mean, I feel like this could be Ubisoft's next big super franchise. You know,
it could be
their
without
next
a doubt.
Assassin's Creed. Their next their next Tom Clancy scale.
Of course,
sort of mega success.
This could be a huge franchise for them too. And I'm surprised they're actually going with the name Beyond Good and Evil 2. But for marketing reasons, I think that's probably a good bet.
They have had 15 years of gestation and 15 years of brand awareness. It's their own internally
and the game's
made thing.
Been around, like they were HD remasters coming out on PS3. So new generations and younger players got to experience
They
the
made
games.
the Rabbids big enough that they're partnered with Mario, right? Like that's what they need, you know, more than a Prince of Persia thing, which Jordan Mechner is still associated with. They didn't really create it. They blossomed it into what it is. Assassin's Creed, I think they know that they're on the precipice of it not having the love that it is.
This
is an important
they're
game.
taking care of it, I think, by having this gap. But Assassin's Creed also kind of took the limelight a little bit away from Prince of Persia. I don't think it's hard. I think to juggle both games.
Well, they
as a
made the
single
choice
publisher.
to go this way because they own it. And then they kind of, you could argue, they drove it into the ground by doing too many of it. And so now it's a bit of a, make it up again. But at the same time, they need to build their own new things, and that's what Beyond Good and Evil, I think, really represents for them. And
Starlink
Starlink May, but that seems like a really big, hope and a prayer.
And let's talk about how, just how they incorporated all the developers. This is, I think, the second or third year in a row where they ended off the show right after Beyond Good and Evil by bringing the entire team
the family
up,
portrait,
and everyone just kind of, just feels like such a great celebration to me, and I love that. I actually really do enjoy that.
Me too.
More than anything in this conference too, because because of the cuts to the developers and really kind of appreciating the Ubisoft family.
And so much of the storytelling and the media, and media is a lot of this now, right? It's a lot of people on their YouTube channel just in their rooms with their action figures or their game collections behind them, just pontificating and speculating. And there's a big removal, and that's what I miss the most about the budgets that we had with television, is that we had the teams to be able to go and visit these people on a regular basis and get to know them and put them in front of the camera. And one of the greatest things I've ever received as feedback is that I got interested in the video game industry, and I'm now working in video games because of your show. You were bringing cameras into these studios. That's not happening anymore. I don't have the budget to do it that often, and most content that's being made around games is really just opinion stuff. You know, it's like sports stars, or not sports shows. You know, just talking about this and this and this and this. But we don't really get to follow these people around as much as I would like to, you know. So it's great that Ubisoft endeavors to tell that story of the developer a little bit like this.
What a fantastic conference overall. Everyone in the stream chat, thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yes.
Again, this is kind of our end show where we wrap it up. I want everyone in the chat, you guys give us a rating on what you guys would give this press conference out of 10. I don't know what more you guys can expect from a conference. I thought this was a terrific press conference.
Let's go full screen on our ratings.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
And
what are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah?
I thought it was great. I thought it was terrific. I had chills. I had laughs. I had, surprises with the new IPs.
What too long, and it was rife with cool games. And it wasn't too much about hype, and it didn't. You couldn't see the end of the rainbow at the end of the hype. Yes.
Yeah, and just no talking. No talking. Straight to the next one. How about you, Vic?
It gets a 9 from me because there were a couple things that I still would like to see that weren't there. But there were a lot of fantastic surprises.
Best conference so far. E3.
Yeah.
Best, even
amazing.
I think,
Sticky Chronic Buds gives it a 9.2.
Oh.
Guys into the decimals. Mr. Brockarog 9, Zhang Fei 507 out of 10. I want to hear from Zhang Fei why just a 7. 8 from Jeff Bartolo. Star Drew 9.5 with you. Professional 118 gives it a 10. Paul Adamson. Paul Adamson, I skipped down. 9.5. Reserving 10 for something awesome VR based. Interesting. Maybe that'll be in the PlayStation one. 8.5 from Rich Green. Eric RP 9. Jonathan L 6 out of 10. Tell me why, Jonathan L.
Even Scott C. Jones would love it. Yes.
Who said that? Where's that?
Matthew right on top.
Oh, that's awesome. Mindscape 1 out of 10. No Rayman. Okay, he's joking. 9 out of 10, despite no.
It would have been nice to see a Rayman game, but I mean, from one publisher, how much more can you expect? This was such a package.
Totally. Michael Holden, the contrarian, saying an A.
Okay.
That's not how we score here, Michael Holden.
I'll give it that. He's with me with a 9.5 or a 9.
Okay, realistically, though, 8 out of 10, I guess. 6 out of 10, 9 from Ulysses Joyce. 9 out of 10 from JBJ. Best so far from Fred Wicks, 9 out of 10. Jeff Bartolo says you guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
You're the best, Jeff.
You rock.
Okay. we do our best.
I think we are going to call it for that, though, because we have to come back with the biggie. I think of the press conferences, this sort of the answer to all of this stuff with the Sony press conference. And that's coming up soon, right? When does that one get started?
That one, Sony's at 6 p.m.
Okay.
So our pre-show guys be here at 5:30. There's so much to talk about with Sony. Even Ubisoft, we were short on time. From one publisher, there was so much to talk about and so many kind of anticipations. I can't believe we saw Beyond Good and Evil 2, guys.
Amazing. And it took our breath away. Really lovely stuff. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll be back in the basement in a couple hours, so please come back.
Take care, guys. You're all the best.